Hey there, welcome back. Tonight, I want you to settle in. Dim the lights. Maybe grab a cozy blanket or a cup of herbal tea, or just let the hum of your fan carry you gently into another time. We're going way back to the Middle Ages, and spoiler alert, you wouldn't last a day. But don't worry, no one really did. Let's begin. Imagine opening your eyes to the sound of a distant church bell. It's not your alarm clock. It's the town's one and only noise machine. It rings out across the foggy morning air, dragging you out of what barely counts as sleep. You're lying on a pile of straw, not a mattress. Straw. Real, pokey, scratchy straw, stuffed into a dirty sack that smells like a combination of goat and mildew, because it was actually a goat sack. Not metaphorically, literally. No memory foam, no fitted sheets, just you, bugs, and hay. Cozy, right? Your blanket? Wool. Heavy wool. Not weighted blanket for anxiety wool. More like hasn't been washed in 3 winters wool. It smells like a sheep that's given up on life. You stretch and your joints pop like ancient wood. You're 23 years old, basically elderly by medieval standards. You sit up and immediately regret it because the air is colder inside than it is outside. Your breath fogs the air. The floor is damp. And you're sharing this one-room hut with your parents, 5 siblings, and a goat named Ernie, who may or may not be chewing on your only pair of shoes. You stand barefoot and place your foot in something you hope is mud. It's not. Welcome to the medieval bathroom situation. Spoiler alert, there isn't one. No toilet, no toilet paper, no privacy. If you're lucky, there's a wooden bucket outside. If you're not, there's a bush behind the house. Either way, it smells vivid. And there's a chance Uncle Alric already used it. He had beans last night. In towns, people emptied their chamber pots out the window. And yes, they were supposed to shout, "Guard as low," Old French for watch out, but nobody ever did. So the streets? Rivers. Literal rivers of waste. You walk through town like you're in a bad game of medieval hopscotch. Avoiding puddles, you pray, are just rainwater. You're awake. You've survived the morning. Congratulations. Now it's time for breakfast. You sit down near the fire, if there's firewood, and get a wooden bowl full of pottage. What is pottage? Imagine a stew. Now imagine you left that stew out for a few days, then just kept adding things to it. Grains, turnips, maybe an old carrot, and a tiny pebble for texture. It's been cooking all week. It never gets emptied, just topped off. It's basically a hot compost smoothie. On the side, a loaf of bread so hard you could build a house with it. You don't bite it. You break pieces off like ancient pottery. Drink? Weak beer, because the water could literally kill you. It's full of surprises. Parasites, bacteria, things medieval people didn't understand but knew would make them spend the night on the floor groaning. So beer, at 6 a.m., even for kids. You don't drink for fun. You drink for survival. And now it's time to get dressed. That's simple. You own one outfit. One. It's a wool tunic, itchy and stained, and it smells like your life choices. You wear it every day until it disintegrates or walks away on its own. Laundry? That's an event. You'd have to carry water from a river, boil it, scrub your clothes with ashes or lye, then hope it doesn't rain. So you just don't, and neither does anyone else. Everyone smells. No one notices. It's a very equal opportunity stench. Now that you're dressed in damp, Itchy wool, it's time to work. There's no office, no keyboard, no cubicle. Just you and a wooden hoe, standing in a muddy field, praying the sky doesn't open up again. You farm the land, but it's not your land. It belongs to a lord. You get to live here if you grow food for him, pay taxes, and occasionally march into battle when he's mad at his neighbors. Your hands are blistered. Your back is bent. You pull weeds, chase birds, dig ditches, carry buckets of water, and try not to step on a sharp rock in your bare feet. Again, you work from sunrise to sunset, 6 days a week. Sunday is off unless it's harvest season or you're sick or someone died or all three. If you're a woman, you do everything the men do, plus child rearing, cooking, mending, spinning wool, and being blamed for storms, crop failures, and any bad vibes within 10 miles. Children, they start working as soon as they can walk. There's no kindergarten, just a tiny rake and a life of dirt. And just when you think it can't get worse, winter shows up. Your house has no insulation, no glass windows. The wind howls through the cracks. Your nose freezes, your toes freeze, and your soul, that left weeks ago, you wear the same clothes you wore in summer. You just layer the sadness. In summer, you sweat through wool in 90 degrees. No fans, no deodorant, no shorts, just chafing and shame. Need a bath? Cute. Baths are dangerous. People believed washing opened your pores and let disease in. So bathing? Rare. Like comet sighting rare. If you do bathe, it's a whole production. Boil water, pour it into a leaky wooden tub, sit in it, hope you're first. If you're last, you're basically sitting in everyone else's medieval soup. So what happens when you get sick? Oh no. Medicine in the Middle Ages is a magical journey of leeches, prayers, and vaguely threatening herbs. Everything was blamed on your humors. Blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. If you had a headache, it was probably too much blood. The cure? Drain some out. Cough? Definitely bad air. Treatment? Burn something smelly and wave it around. Injuries? There's no anesthesia. Your dentist might also be your barber. And his tools? Rusty. His hands? Unwashed. His methods? Screaming and guessing. And if you survive, people say God spared you. If not, well, you must have sinned. Eventually, night falls. You shuffle home. Your bones ache. You've eaten questionable stew and barely chewed through your stone bread. The fire's low. Your family's asleep. And the goat is in your bed again. You lie down on your hay pile and pull that stiff wool blanket over your head. Tomorrow will be the same. The same bugs. The same chores. The same pottage. But for now, you're warmish, safe-ish, and you survived another medieval day. Not everyone did. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and be glad you live in a time with toothpaste, pizza, and indoor plumbing. Sleep tight, and may no chickens wander onto your pillow.